Mrs. Soludo sends food items to brutalized wife in Anambra. Anambra Information Commissioner Mefo bags Peace Ambassador Award. NAFDAC urges alcoholic beverages manufacturers to comply with ban. On the foreign scene, Syrian's President al-Assad, deposed. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Now, wife of the governor of Anambra State, Nonye Soludo, has sent food items to the woman who survived brutal assault from her husband in Amobala, Orumba North local government area. The supply, which was delivered at the family's residence by the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, on behalf of the governor's wife, is part of Mrs. Soludo's gestures to help the woman take care of herself and her babies. The mother of two was recently captured in a viral amateur footage lying helplessly in a pool of blood along the bush path after it was alleged that her husband had mauled her in a terrible way over a family misunderstanding. Already, the governor's wife has taken care of the hospital bills for her full treatment and offered her a job in Orumba North local government area. Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Mefo, has received a Peace Ambassador Award from the Chartered Institute of Educational Practitioners, UK, CIAP UK, during its 2024 investiture ceremony. The event, held in collaboration with Global Peace Building Network, had its theme as Knowledge Economy as Intellectual Driver for World Peace and Development. Our correspondent, Kenechukwu Chukwu, filed this report.
At the event at Paul University, Oka, the president of the institute, Professor Marcel Ezenwoye, explained that the body is focused on diverse issues such as empowering youths through education and skills development for character and holistic reformation so as to become useful citizens and champions of a better society. In his remark, the country director, Global Peace Network, Dr. Alexander Agwenyi, noted that both organizations work together in championing a peaceful and progressive world through peace efforts and qualitative education for all. Accepting the award, Dr. Mefo appreciated the group for their efforts in peace building and education and volunteered to lecture students under the CIEP UK program at Paul University, emphasizing the achievements of state government in the education sector.
Nothing gives me greater satisfaction than standing before a postgraduate class and sharing knowledge.
Through this partnership with CIBOC, we aim to deepen the nexus between education and peace building by offering innovative training programs, fostering dialogue, and empowering educators to become ambassadors of peace themselves.
11 inmates who have spent between 2 to 6 years awaiting trial at medium security custodial center Oka have regained freedom, and 7 others granted bail as the Anambra State Chief Judge, Justice Onochie Anyachebelo, concludes this year's jail delivery exercise. Our correspondent Joseph Ebocha filed this report.
After his clients, including one Mr. Ernest Wakamma, who has spent 6 years in detention, was discharged, and others granted bail. Barrister Chinedu Wankwo, who said he appeared for them at no cost as a way of giving back to the society, thanked the Chief Judge for doing justice in the case.
Once again, I am still grateful to the Chief Justice for the prison visits being conducted, because it has also provided an avenue to decongest the prisons of individuals who are mostly innocent right away from these facilities, thereby creating or more or less reducing the pressure on our system.
After the court proceedings, Justice Anya Achebelo explained that the routine visit was to examine and review cases of inmates who are not going to court over a reasonable time, as well as inmates with serious health challenges, among others, and commended cleanliness and orderliness observed at the facility.
Altogether, we have it on record that 11 were released and discharged to go, and about 7 were also granted bail. It's been a successful day.
I have corrected them to the extent that we believe that going to society now, they will fit into the society. Based on what we have trained them in the custodial center, I believe that fitting in the society will not be so difficult. What I'm saying is that I pray that they will not go back to crime again.
Now, as the ancient Greeks gathered at the Olympic Games to showcase their prowess, so did the brightest minds from Anambra State converge for the 2024 Best Brain Contest, BBC, ready to battle it out for academic supremacy. Correspondent Chinaza Osigwe was there and our reports.
In a thrilling display of academic prowess, students from over 30 schools in Anambra State gathered at the Asube Hall in Awka for the 2024 Best Brain Contest, BBC, now in its 4th edition. The contest was conducted in 2 phases, a written test followed by an oral test. At the end of the competition, Miss Mary Ann Nkemelo of Matamabli Secondary School, Umuoji, took top honors in the mathematics category, while Miss Chikodili Obiekezie of St. Patrick's College, Awka, excelled in the Igbo category. The organizer and Chief Executive Officer of Best Brain Contest, Dr. Frank Ibojindo, emphasized the importance of education to children, saying that it is the bedrock of every society, and appreciated the sponsors of this year's BBC contest, IG Agwowo Health and Academic Foundation, and also Akpo Azar Foundation, for their support.
Had the qualifying stage, which is the written examination, and the final stage, which is the oral quiz competition. We had 4 schools contested in each of the subjects.
I'm very grateful to God Almighty who made it possible for me to win this today. And I will say to the organizers of this competition that thank you, that have done a great job in recognizing these intelligent minds and exposing them to competitions.
I feel very happy and I am grateful to God. Also, I thank those that organized it because the competition was actually fair and free, and I encourage other bodies of organizing competitions that they should emulate them because they really tried.
In Awka, Chinaza Osigwe for ABS News.
The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mijosola Adeye, has urged manufacturers and distributors of alcoholic beverages to comply with the ban on sachet and PET bottles alcohol. Professor Adeye, who made the call in Abuja, recalled the ministerial ban and the agreement signed by the Distillers and Blenders Association of Nigeria in 2018. The NAFDAC board said that the agreement, which introduced a phased withdrawal process, reached final phase of ensuring complete removal of the banned products from markets. Emphasizing that alcohol in PET bottles had been banned, she cautioned distributors and retailers to desist from sale and distribution of the banned products. She noted that the agency stopped registering and renewing licenses for these products since 2018, as manufacturers were given ample time to exhaust stocks and halt production. On the foreign scene, over 40,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed since Russia's invasion began. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who said in a rare admission of the extent of the nation's casualties, noted that 370,000 others had been injured, though the figure included soldiers who had been hurt more than once. He also claimed that 198,000 Russian soldiers had been killed and a further 550,000 wounded. According to the report, Both Russia and Ukraine have often desisted from publishing casualty figures and are thought to underplay the true costs of the conflict. The Ukrainian president is thought to have been compelled to make his latest admission after incoming U.S. President Donald Trump posted on social media that 600,000 Russians had been killed or wounded, while the figure for Ukraine was 400,000. Now on sport news, Georgia Vole smashed her maiden century for Australia as they cruised to a 122-round victory over India in the second one-day international to clinch the series. The 21-year-old opener, playing in her second ODI, hit 12 fours in her knockoff of 101 off 87 balls as Australia posted 371 to 8. Elsie Perry also reached three figures as she made a sublime 105 off 75 balls, striking 660, the most by an Australian in a single women's ODI innings. Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney chipped in with 60 and 56 respectively, although India battled back to take 5 wickets in the final 6 overs. Saima Thakur was the pick of India's bowling attack as she collected 3 to 62. Opener Richa Ghosh made a patent half-century as she encored the India reply, but had already seen Smriti Mandhana and Harleen Deol fall cheaply by the time she was bowled by Alana King for 54. With that sports news, we come to the end of the news. But remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Mrs. Soludo has sent food items to brutalized wife in Amobala. Anambra Information Commissioner Mefo has bagged Peace Ambassador Award. NAFDAC has urged alcoholic beverages manufacturers to comply with ban. And from the foreign scene, we brought you a report that Syrian's President al-Assad has been deposed. And that's the news. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a beautiful Monday.